America shut down, a standstill that shook the world's strongest economy. Imagine, it's the middle of the night. The glowing White House looks radiant from the outside, but inside, its hallways are engulfed in silence. On Capitol Hill, political debates have gone quiet, and as the clock strikes 12 or 1 a.m., the whole world realizes that the US federal government, the one that calls itself the largest democracy in the world, has stopped functioning. Thousands of office lights go dark, employees suddenly shut down their systems and head home, and a blanket of uncertainty falls over the future of millions. This isn't a movie scene, but a real chapter of American politics called the government shutdown. It's the moment when the entire world begins to ask, how can the richest and most powerful government in the world shut itself down? And what hidden game lies behind it? Today, we'll dive deep into this very subject. But before that, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you get the updates of all our latest videos first. So let's begin today's discussion without any delay. October 1st, 2025, a day now etched into history. As the new month began, instead of joy, the American people were handed a gift of worry. For months, President Donald Trump and the Democrats had been locked in a tug-of-war. The real issue? The funding bill. Every year, the US government must pass a budget for the new fiscal year. It's not just a piece of paper. It decides whether the military gets money, whether healthcare services continue, and whether federal employees receive their salaries. This time, the Republican Party introduced a bill, but during the Senate vote, Democrats blocked it. The bill received 55 votes, but 60 were needed. The result? At the stroke of midnight, the US government stopped functioning. So why did the Democrats block it? The real clash was over healthcare subsidies, the SAM plan introduced during Barack Obama's presidency, widely known as Obamacare. Democrats wanted the program to continue so that millions of poor Americans could access affordable healthcare. But President Trump and his Republican Party argued it was a waste of government money and should be scrapped. With no consensus, the entire system ground to a halt. This shows how, in a democracy, politics can sometimes outweigh people's everyday lives. History reminds us this wasn't the first time. Since 1977, the US has faced more than 20 shutdowns. Some lasted a single day, while others stretched for weeks. In 2013, a shutdown went on for 16 days, forcing about 850,000 federal employees into unpaid leave. The longest shutdown was from 2018 to 2019, 35 full days. During that time, airports faced security staff shortages, farmers were cut off from government aid, and thousands of small businesses collapsed. It proves that when the government shuts down, the impact isn't just on paper. It enters every household. In this shutdown, it is estimated that around 750,000 employees will be affected. Just imagine, so many people suddenly forced to sit at home without pay. What happens to their families? How will they pay their children's school fees? How will they manage their home loan EMIs? Every single day, the US economy will lose nearly $400 million. In other words, one day of political deadlock can cost the entire nation hundreds of millions of dollars. But the real question is, what exactly is a government shutdown? Simply put, it's like when a household runs out of money and can't pay its bills, causing the electricity and water supply to be cut off. In the US, the new fiscal year begins on October 1st. Before that, Congress must pass the funding bill. If the bill isn't passed in time, the government runs out of money to fund its departments and agencies. The result? Non-essential services are shut down. Essential services like the military, police, and healthcare continue. But parks, research projects, administrative offices, and many courts are closed. We saw this clearly in the last shutdown. In 2013, when the government shut down for 16 days, the FDA, Food and Drug Administration stopped inspecting food and medicines. Imagine the disaster if unsafe food or drugs had entered the market during that time. National parks were locked, the tourism industry lost billions of dollars, thousands of court cases were delayed, and people were stuck in long lines at airports for hours. This time too, agencies have already drawn up contingency plans. These plans detail how many staff members will work in each agency and which services will be halted. Most non-essential departments like tourism, research, culture, and education will be affected. Several government-funded university research projects will be put on hold. Even agencies like NASA will be forced to slow down their space programs. Now think about it. If the world's largest economy shuts down, what impact will it have on other countries? The moment America's economic machinery stalls, pressure will build on the dollar. Investors, panicked, will start pulling out their money. A fall on Wall Street will directly impact stock markets in India and across Asia. The rupee will weaken against the dollar. The IT industry, which does billions of dollars in business with American companies, could see its services disrupted. In short, a shutdown is not just America's problem. It is felt across the globe. Experts say that a shutdown is not only an economic issue, it is also a political weapon. Republicans and Democrats use it to pressure one another. But the real question is, who pays the price of this political game? The answer: ordinary citizens. The very people who pay taxes every month end up suffering the most when their own government shuts down. Stories from many American families reveal this pain. During the last shutdown, one federal employee said, "I had to sell my car to pay my daughter's college fees." Another shared, "Going to the office every day and knowing I wouldn't be paid felt like living a nightmare." These are the human aspects of a shutdown, things that statistics alone cannot capture. So, will this shutdown last forever? No. It will end only when the US Congress passes a new funding bill and the president signs it. The president cannot reopen the government by executive order alone. That means everything depends on a political compromise. The real question is, when will that compromise happen? And how much hardship will people endure until then? This entire episode gives us a deeper lesson. Debate in a democracy is necessary. But when debate fails to turn into compromise, it is the people who suffer. That is exactly what America is facing today. And perhaps this is why the whole world is watching this event not just as an American crisis, but as a global warning.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.